They walked out of the hotel lobby without looking back. My wife. My brother. My own family. Laughing. Dragging their suitcases. Thinking they had finally dumped the loser. They had no idea. I had paid for every single room. Every card. Every night. And that night, I decided to stop being invisible. It was supposed to be a family vacation. Las Vegas. 5-star hotel. Glass walls. Gold lights. Luxury everywhere. Everyone thought my brother paid. That's what I let them believe. Because for years, that's how it always was. I stayed quiet. I stayed behind. I paid silently. My name is Daniel. To them, I was just the boring one. The quiet one. The one who never argues. They didn't know I owned 3 logistics companies. They didn't know the hotel manager greeted me by name. And they definitely didn't know. Every credit card on that reservation was mine. At dinner, they mocked me. "You're lucky we invited you," my brother laughed. My wife didn't defend me. She scrolled her phone instead. Later that night, I heard them talking in the hallway. "We don't need him anymore," my brother said. "He's dead weight," my wife replied. Something cracked inside me. At 11:47 p.m., my phone buzzed. Hotel alert. Primary payment holder confirmed. I stared at the screen. Then I smiled. Because they thought they had power. They didn't realize. They had just walked away from it. I stood up from the bed. Put on my jacket. And walked. The hotel lobby looked different at night. Quieter. Colder. More honest. Crystal chandeliers reflected off marble floors. And standing behind the front desk was the general manager. He smiled when he saw me. "Good evening, Mr. Carter," he said. "Everything to your satisfaction?" I nodded once. "Cancel their access," I said calmly. He didn't ask questions. He didn't hesitate. Because when you own the booking, you own the rules. Within minutes, their key cards were deactivated. Room service cancelled. Charges rerouted. I watched the system update in silence. Not revenge. Boundaries. Back in my room, I sat by the window. Vegas lights blinked like a heartbeat. For years, I had confused patience with weakness. I paid for love. I paid for peace. But respect? Respect can't be bought. At 12:32 a.m., my phone rang. My wife. "Daniel," she whispered. "Our key isn't working." I let the silence answer first. Then I spoke. "That's because it's my room." Her breathing changed. "What are you talking about?" "I paid for everything," I said. "Every night. Every upgrade." A pause. Then anger. "You're doing this on purpose." "No," I replied. "I'm doing this on time." Minutes later, my brother called. His voice wasn't confident anymore. "Fix this," he snapped. "You're embarrassing us." I smiled. "You embarrassed yourselves," I said. "I just stopped covering for you." You ever notice how people only respect you when they think you can walk away? From my window, I watched them argue in the lobby. Security nearby. Whispers turning into shouts. And I realized. This wasn't about a hotel anymore. It was about who I was finally becoming. I watched from the balcony as they stood at the front desk. My wife's arms crossed tight. My brother pacing. My parents sitting quietly, confused. They weren't angry anymore. They were scared. Because money doesn't just buy rooms. It buys certainty. And theirs was gone. My phone buzzed again. A text message. From my wife. "We were going to tell you tomorrow. Tell me what? I replied with one word. What? 3 dots appeared. Then disappeared. Then finally. We plan to leave you after this trip. The world went quiet. She explained everything in fragments. They thought I'd never stand up. They thought I'd keep paying. They thought I was safe to abandon. My brother wanted me out of the family business conversations. My wife wanted freedom, without responsibility. And the hotel? It was supposed to be their celebration. Paid for by me. Enjoyed without me. Have you ever realized? The people closest to you only love the version of you that benefits them. I went downstairs. Not angry. Calm. Dead calm. They turned when they saw me. My wife stepped forward. Daniel, let's talk privately. No, I said. We'll talk here. The lobby went silent. I paid for this trip, I said. I paid for your comfort. Your pride. I looked at my brother. You called me dead weight. Then my wife. You planned your exit while sleeping next to me. No one spoke. For the first time in my life. I wasn't asking to be chosen. I was choosing myself. I turned to the front desk. Book me a private suite, I said. 1 room. Just mine. Then I looked back at them. And check them out, tonight. My wife whispered. You wouldn't. I met her eyes. I already did. The clock behind the front desk ticked loudly. 12:58 a.m. Security stood still, waiting. The front desk agent cleared his throat. I'm sorry, he said politely. But your reservation has been closed. My wife's face collapsed. My brother laughed nervously. This is a joke, he said. He's bluffing. The agent shook his head. He's not. My mother looked at me with tears in her eyes. Daniel, she whispered. Why didn't you ever tell us? I swallowed. Because every time I did, I said. No one listened. Silence. The kind that hurts. My wife stepped closer. Her voice softened. We can fix this, she said. I didn't mean it like that. I looked at her hands. Empty. No ring. She had taken it off already. That told me everything. Here's what no one teaches you. Love without respect becomes control. Silence becomes permission. And kindness, when abused, turns into invisibility. I had been invisible for years. That night, I finally stepped into the light. I turned to security. Please escort them, I said calmly. Make sure they're safe. Then I faced my wife one last time. This isn't revenge, I said. This is boundaries. She opened her mouth. But there was nothing left to say. Back in my suite, the city glowed beneath me. Champagne untouched. Phone silent. For the first time in years. Peace. Not happiness. Peace. By morning, the messages came. Apologies. Regrets. Promises. I didn't reply. Some conversations end. When self-respect begins. Sometimes people don't leave you because you're weak. They leave because they think you'll never stop giving. But the moment you do, they finally see your worth. They ditched me at the hotel. Unaware I'd paid for it all. That night, I didn't lose my family. I found myself.